Hi everyone. Hello everyone. This is Dawn Christine Simmons, and I'm here to talk to you about a topic that's very necessary for our times right now, very near and dear to my heart. Before we get started, I'm going to let a few others join and ask you, what are you grateful for as we're coming into Thanksgiving? I think for me, I'm grateful for the power of hope, the power of community, and what we see happening when tough times happen and people come together to create solutions. And that's part of what today's broadcast is about. I want you to mark your calendars, and if you have ideas of people, if you are a person that can help us, get in touch with me, Dawn Simmons, on LinkedIn or here on Facebook. And let me know if you can help. What we're needing is people that have ideas for, we're going to do a series of themes around positioning yourself for career success. The aim is to support those that were recently laid off in mass in the past weeks. I think when you look at it in terms of percentages, you miss the point of how difficult this news is for somebody that is facing layoff right before the holidays. You know, it changes their plans for what they're going to do with friends and family or how they're going to interact. When we talk in terms of 40% of a single company's workforce being laid off, you think, okay, 60% are still working, 40%, what does that mean? For those that are affected, it could mean devastating impact to things like healthcare, family care, being laid off during the holiday season, depending on the type of package they get. It could be a blessing or a curse, but for many people, we want the support of a good network. The challenge that many face when these things happen is, oh, I was so busy working and living that I hadn't been working on building a network. And we hear that often. And it's human nature, isn't it? We get busy with doing our day-to-day work and family and business obligations, and we forget to stay connected to a network that can provide resources should we ever need them. So, what we're doing today is introducing Career Hope for the holidays. And the reason I am grateful for the power of community is that I have seen the good that it brings to those that we support. When we just say, I got you, don't worry, I've got you. If that's ever happened to you, may I ask that you join us and help the community to connect after they're facing layoff. So what is Career Hope for the holidays? It is the combination of a couple of different groups coming together to join efforts to create the optimum opportunity for those that were laid off. I don't know if you know this, but I am the founder of a couple of networks. I've helped laid off professionals since September 11th, 2001. The first network that I have created is the Jobs and Career Success Network. That's on LinkedIn, and it's also on Facebook, but certainly our biggest business presence is on LinkedIn. I also created a network, a huge, nearly 70,000 member global network for recruiting professionals only, so that when we go into these tough times, it's a place for recruiters and HR professionals to come together, share best practices, share ideas on how they can support the employee experience in the most disruptive of times to make sure that they're taking care of their people. We saw varying examples of how that's handled in the last week by company leaders who came forth and said, basically, you matter, but this business adjustment's necessary. We had others that were a little bit more cut and dried about the way that they've done this. Brand is much as important of how you take care of your people as it is how you take care of your customers, because your people are the front line to your customers, and they matter. They matter much. So let's show that. Jobs and Career Success introduces job seekers to their next great jobs. It introduces HR managers and hiring managers, somebody that's looking for a proactive source of talent. They can come and talk directly, freely, on this open network, Jobs and Career Success. So if you've got a job, share it here. If you've got many jobs, share them here. If you are a job seeker, or you know people that are impacted by layoffs, join us. Ask for help. Ask for resources. We've got many outsource placement resources that are very connected to the industry worldwide. And we provide that so that we can help our members with the best, so that you can focus on what you do best. If you're a recruiter, if you're a resume writer, headhunter, share ideas, share resources, share what you're recruiting for. And if you're a job seeker, join us. If you know people that were laid off, invite them to join us. It costs nothing to help someone else find a job. And that is the very foundation for the Jobs and Career Success Network. We didn't create the network because we wanted to create another group or a social thing. It was about survival at the time. September 11th was the worst job market in our times when we first created it. And having to face lay off so many of our colleagues, we decided we're going to stick together no matter what. We might not be working at the same company, but we certainly do care for one another. What a blessing that's been. I am grateful to still be connected to many of the treasured people that I worked with. It was 2 decades ago now, and we still stay in touch. We still share job resources, and I've worked for a number of people that I worked with at Sun Microsystems. I've worked with many of them multiple times in the past decade or so. We come here to connect and stay connected. It's kind of like a virtual coffee shop where you say, oh God, I haven't had time for coffee lately. Come join us. We're here to support you. Jobs and Career Networks. We're partnering with IT Service Management Forum, which shares IT service management best practices in the industry. And we're connecting locally with chapters. I know for sure we're going to have Chicago and Bay Area chapter representation on the call Friday. I'm hoping others can join us. And regardless, join the Jobs and Career Network. You will be supported wherever you are, at least in the nation, in some places across the world as well. Certainly in India we have good representation. We have moderate representation in Europe, and in some places in other areas of Asia like Singapore and Pakistan and Bangladesh. And I think China, we've got some good resources there as well. Regardless, come join us. IT Service Management Forum is United States chapter, but they have a global presence as well. And then the third and final group that we're partnering with is the Global Recruiting Professionals Network. This was also created out of the September 11th, 2001 crisis. We learned how to face the hard times together. What are the best practices so we can do it better next time? A lot of that we learned back in 2001 was reused for the COVID pandemic, and now we can reuse that for helping people connect who have faced layoffs in the past several weeks. We know that these layoffs were expected as part of the recession. Now we need to be creative on how we can help put our career colleagues, our professionals, our family members, our community back to work. So, got a lead, share a lead. Need a lead? Join us. Want to help a friend? Join us. I love it when I see people say, I've interviewed for this job. It's not a fit for me. Maybe it is for somebody else. Sharing it here. What I do, because I'm also a COVID long haul survivor. So I've had to face some of the challenges of COVID long haul, layoffs, those types of things. I've built a solid network, and I'm blessed with a host of job leads and opportunities that I gladly share with you. But I encourage others, because my sharing alone is not enough to put everybody back to work. I need others to do as I'm doing. What I do on the contract jobs that I present for is, if it's not a fit for me, and I know it's a fit for somebody else, I'll say, this isn't a fit for me, but here's a LinkedIn profile to my dear friend blah, and my other friend blah. They might be interested, contact them. And oh, by the way, here's the link to the Jobs and Career Network. You can also go there and advertise your jobs, any location, any jobs. Just post any real jobs there, and you'll get some real talent that responds to that. So that's how it works. And if more people follow that, imagine the benefit. I have had, really for the past 10 years, all of my roles as a career consultant have come directly from LinkedIn or people that I worked with prior. And again, that we contact each other through LinkedIn. So I have created a benefit of the network, and I use that to help others. And you can too. Statistics have shown that 90% of jobs are found through networks. Who do you know? Who can help you get in? A lot of companies offer referral bonuses. If you refer somebody and they are hired, then they would pay a referral bonus to you. Offer that to your colleagues. If your company is hiring and you know of people that are affected on this network or beyond, get in contact with them, offer to present them, and then write why they're awesome. The other thing everyone can do for each other, and should now, is fortify your LinkedIn profiles. So make sure your LinkedIn profiles are current, accurate, and update your endorsements. So ask people to write endorsements for you if they know you and they know your work well, and offer to endorse them if you know them and you know their work well. An endorsement is a power tool for recruiters to see this person is real. Other people appreciate these specific talents. That helps them see your referral in their jobs. You want your profile to speak for you when you're not able to speak. That's why you want a complete profile. That's why you want endorsements. But you just don't want endorsements from anybody. You want it from people that know you well, and could endorse you. I'm often asked to endorse people that I've never worked with and I don't know. Because I have a lot of endorsements on my own profile, and I treasure each one, people think that I did some sort of asking everybody to endorse me. I don't. And I don't recommend it for anyone. If you're endorsing somebody, endorse them on what you know. Don't endorse what you don't know, because that is the power of our networking, is just speaking the truth about those that we have worked with, that we've appreciated. It does a couple of things. First of all, it edifies their character in a competitive marketplace. But second of all, when times are hard and you're facing tough news and your family's at risk and your finances are in chaos, remembering what you do well is such a gift. Offering that gift to somebody else is such a beautiful thing to do. Just having a bad day, make somebody else's day better. Endorse them. Say, I like working with this person because this, and this. They did this, and this. Speak about the good, and good creates good. Create that positive momentum for yourself, for your family, for your future, for your community. It all happens here if we create that foundation. And I'm happy that you're part of my network. I'm happy to be part of yours. If I may help you in your career search, let's be in touch. But also join our network. The Jobs and Career Network is one of the best things that I accidentally created. Best things because it's there, and it's always there. No matter what happens to me, the network continues. And it's effective. And if others do it, it becomes a super tool for everyone. If everybody just shared a couple of job leads a day, and others are able to benefit from those job leads, imagine how many people we can put to work in the toughest economy, in the difficult times, right before the holidays when they say things slow down. Let's create a ramp up. There are jobs. Let's talk about where they are and help people to find them. That'll be the focus of our ongoing Career Hope for the holidays. We will present tracks for the members that we've asked for things like how do students present themselves for intern or permanent jobs after college with so many people experienced already in the marketplace. How do military or military families position themselves to stand out in this economy? And how do laid off workers overcome the challenges of their recent layoff? By the way, it's not a matter of shame. It's quite a common course of business. So don't be afraid to state you're open for work. In fact, it's that declaration that puts you on the path to your better job. So let's find that. Let's find what that looks like. My ask for you is, if you are a recruiter, a career coach, a headhunter, if you write articles in the industry, join us. I'd like to have a couple of more panelists for this engagement on Friday, but I'd also like to host some other sessions based upon what our members need. And we're hearing a number of things, like there's a need to hear from project management, how do I break in, IT management. We'll share a little bit, maybe in a special session, on where the jobs are. We'll share some of that on Friday, but we'll have more discussions. We're just beginning the discussion Friday. The goal is to support those that are seeking jobs. There is hope. You don't need thousands of jobs. You need one that's perfect for you. Let's find that one for you, for you, for you. It's one at a time. People matter. Our connections one to another. It's more powerful than you ever know. So let's start to study that power and create opportunity. Create career win-wins. See, most people don't understand, because we get so tied up in profit and making a buck that we forget how important people are. How important people are. I don't do this for money. I do this because I know the people that are laid off. I know what this means to them. There's a bunch of personal stories of people in a fight for their life with the fight for their job. People that are working hard to raise their families, and they need this job to continue. People that are trying, their wish for the holidays is to stay in housing. I want the network to be there to support them. The losses, the challenges are great, but our human spirit, it also is great. And in this season, let us be a shining example of, no matter what, let me be a source of support for you. Let us inspire one another, and let's work together for our greater good. I really appreciate you watching us, and I'll talk more throughout the week about the event and how it's framing up. But Friday, 12 to 1 in the East Coast, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time, 9 to 10 on the West Coast. Join us. I will be setting up the RSVPs shortly, and we can't wait to share our experience, our strength, and hope for you, that you can create and face any sort of job challenges and find your greater opportunity. There's many doors of opportunity. Let's find the right one for you. And we're with you on this journey. I'm with you on this journey. Let's create some good. Thank you.